Hello friends, welcome to youtube.com oblique Dr. Vet channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professional Head, Veterinary Medicine. Here we discuss important bacterial disease, botulism. We have already discussed part 1 to part 5. Here we will discuss part 6 on necropsy finding and diagnosis of botulism. Necropsy finding of botulism. There is no characteristic gross and histologic lesions of botulism, but the most consistent necropsy findings observed are pulmonary edema and congestion, collection of excessive pericardial fluid which contain a free floating strands of fiber. This consistent necropsy finding is observed, but it is not a characteristic of a disease. Various non-specific lesions observed are subendocardial and subepicardial hemorrhages, congestion of intestine, perivascular hemorrhages in cerebellum and cerebrum, that is brain. So these are the non-specific lesions, not specific. The most common pathologic change is there is a general paralytic action of the toxin that suppresses the effect of acetylcholine at the nerve ending so that contraction of muscle is weakened. And this paralytic action of toxin is generally in the muscles of respiratory system. We have seen that only pathologic change is the suppression of acetylcholine, so it has an effect on nervous system and muscular system. Otherwise, no specific effect of botulinum toxin is observed on any particular organ. No specific effect. Toxico-infectious botulism, where there is presence of Clostridium botulinum organism and toxin in the same animal in the alimentary tract. Confirmation of a botulinum case on post-mortem is demonstration of toxin in the liver of the dead animal. This is the confirmatory test for botulinum. Friend, we discuss here diagnosis of botulism. The presumptive diagnosis of botulism is based on characteristic clinical signs, we have already seen it, and history. The major differential sign that suggests a case of botulism is symmetrical motor paralysis of muscles and which progresses to recumbency in a 1 to 4 days. This is a differential sign. The botulism occurs in unvaccinated animal. Botulism generally do not occur in vaccinated animal. This is also a presumption. On clinical examination, clinician can check the animal properly to rule out other similar diseases showing symmetrical paralysis. Discussing the diagnosis of botulism. On necropsy finding, no postmortem lesions, but there is history of clinical signs. This also suggests that there may be a botulism case. For the diagnosis of botulism, basic Two parameters are used for the diagnosis: demonstration of toxins in various samples or demonstration of organism in various samples. So whole diagnosis is mostly based on demonstration of toxin and or organism in various samples. Laboratory confirmation of botulism is done by demonstration of toxin in various samples: serum, feed, intestinal content, and from the womb. Toxico-infectious botulism can be diagnosed by culture of organism from tissue, bacteriological examination of various samples by the process, bioassay of sample, anaerobic culture of the organism, ELISA test, the suspect contaminated feed material, liver, rumen content, serum from clinically affected animals are performed by bioassay, anaerobic culture, or ELISA test for confirmation. Confirmation of botulism in folds can be done by analysis of arterial blood. It suggests that there is acidemia, hypercapnia, hypoxemia, and desaturation of hemoglobin in arterial blood of the folds suggest botulism. Detection of antibody either in a recovering animal or clinically normal animal at risk, because both animals are affected by either toxin or organism. Important test is mouse inoculation test. Toxin is detectable in the blood in peracute cases, because in peracute cases there is large quantity of toxin. The detection of toxin using bioassay in mice with two coupled tests with toxin neutralization with polyvalent antitoxin. The more toxin causes death into the mice, and mice can be protected by polyvalent antitoxin. The chronic or subacute condition, the toxic detection can be done by ELISA test for the diagnosis of type C and type D botulism. The other tests are feeding of suspected material to susceptible animal, and most susceptible animal is mice. So here the filtrates of stomach and intestinal content should be tested for toxicity in mice. The filtrate is to be fed to the mice and what for the toxicity in mice. Demonstration of spores of Clostridium botulinum in the feed or feces of the affected animal. Clinical pathology: there are no changes in hematological values or serum biochemistry in botulism case. Where the botulism is due to hypophosphatemia, then hypophosphatemia is observed when it is due to a case of hypophosphatemia. Hypophosphatemia. Samples required for the diagnosis of botulism is suspected contaminated feed material, a portion of liver, ruminal content, and serum. And formalin-fixed brain is to be sent to the laboratory for the diagnosis of botulism. Friends, we have discussed here necropsy finding and diagnosis, an important point used for the diagnosis of botulism. Request to share this information to our veterinary brothers and veterinary students. Please press like button to promote the channel, subscribe the channel. Thank you very much for observing this video.